What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the video with lesson number 5 in a series where I talk about everything or the top 10 lessons I've learned in my existence so far and everything I've learned about living on my own with my brother for the past 3 years doing crazy shit. So, as usual, there we go, baby. Coffee flavored Red Bull. It's gonna be a good one today. Okay. Got a truck? All right, maybe not. All right, so today's lesson is gonna be the power of negative thoughts. We'll talk about thoughts in general, but I wanna focus on negative thoughts to show how powerful these are and how it can truly ruin your life. Now, the biggest thing I wanna touch on before we dive into that specifically is a book I read called As a Man Thinketh. If you're unfamiliar, the book is the most well-known book about how your thoughts dictate your life, because we've all heard the saying, right? Your thoughts become your words become your actions, and your actions become your results. So everything you have in life truly begins with a thought. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, there's no denying it. It comes from a thought. Now, in that book, what I learned is that your life is going to be a complete replication of what you've thought in your head. And if I look back in my years, right, especially growing up, let's say high school, because we can all relate to this. I got the girlfriend I wanted. I thought about it. I thought about how can I pull this girl? How can I get this girl? I figured it out. That's a layup. That's one everyone can relate to. Okay? So girls, the girl you wanted the most, you usually got. You know, as long as you had some stuff going for it. I don't know, maybe there's some weird cats watching this. I don't know. Is that you? I don't know. But for me, you know, if I thought about it long enough, think about football. I wanted to be running back, right, my senior year. I became running back, right? I thought about it. I trained for it. So I thought about it. I started talking about it. And then when I started talking about it, my actions started reflecting it because I started working harder than everybody else to become better at that position. What happened? I became running back. Okay. I never wanted to live a normal existence. I never wanted to live a normal life. I never wanted to work a normal job. I never did, ever. So what I do, as soon as I was able to, out of high school, I left my hometown. And I began doing just careers that are abnormal to someone that doesn't look at income as something that they can depend on themselves, as in like they don't need an employer, right? Self-employment. So those are a couple ideas. Now, negative thoughts, okay? Negative thoughts will completely ruin your life. And here's what I mean by that. Everyone has negative thoughts. It's human nature. But it's how you let those negative thoughts dictate your life. Because what happens is when you have negative thoughts, okay, let's say you have an idea and you want to go on a vacation. Let's say you live in America and you want to go on vacation to Cape Town, Africa, okay? And let's say the trip costs $5,000, which could be a lot of money, depending on your situation. So you're like, man, I don't know if I should go because $5,000, you're gonna let this negative voice talk over it. Speak louder than the opportunity itself, because you're not looking at the upside. Now, when you have negative thoughts, the best thing to do is what I learned is this. This is a very simple process to fix this. This is game. This is actual heat. This is literally how you can shut that voice up. This is how you can punch that voice in the mouth and say, shut up, I'm not listening to you. I'm gonna listen to my positive voice. This is fire. Okay. I want you to write down every single pro you have from an idea. Be optimistic, be overly optimistic. I don't want everything to be oblivious to, but I want you to be optimistic. What are all the pros if I do said idea? Okay? Now make sure with the idea, okay, if your goal is to skydive, okay, I don't want you to say, experience, and then and then like forget that you need a parachute, right? Like you have to understand like the variables in the idea. You know, you got to make sure it's a good idea. And we're going to make another video explaining what is a good idea to do and what's not a good idea to do. But for this example, okay, I want you to list every single pro of an idea that you have. Just list it out. Have I got a pen. I don't know. No, that's my passport. Just have a notebook of it or a page, a loose leaf paper. Write down all the pros of that. Okay. And then every day, not on a specific schedule, this is what I do personally. In the morning, rewrite them or reread them. Okay? That's step one. Well, I guess that's step two. Grab a piece of paper first. Grab some paper, write them down. Pause the video. We got time. Pause the video, go do that. We got time. All right, you got your paper, you got your goals written down. Okay, Luke, what's next? Every fucking time you have a negative thought, a con of the idea, pop in your head, I want you to bust out that sheet of paper and read it off. Read it off to yourself. Read it off to yourself. Read it off to yourself. What's gonna happen is the first, I don't know, it depends where you're starting at. Let's just say, round even number, let's say the first 10 times, you know, you're like, oh, shoot my paper. You know, pull it out. You know, I'm thinking of these thoughts, you know, let me pull my paper. What's gonna happen is your subconscious is gonna start doing it for you. Well, it's gonna start conscious and then move to your subconscious. So what's gonna happen is that the next time you have a con of a thought or a con of an idea you have, you're gonna automatically think of the list and the negative thought goes the fuck away. You don't have it anymore. So then as that spirals and continues, you won't even have it about the idea. All you'll think is the positive. Let me say that again. As that spirals, as this master of a plan that I've created, once it becomes human nature or muscle memory, bang. Bike going by. He's got to slow down. We got kids in this neighborhood, man. What are you doing? Once it becomes muscle memory, let me make this very clear. Once this becomes muscle memory, your bad thought will be shut down, turned off by your list of your pros. Why is this so important? It is so important because remember what I first said in this video. Your thoughts become your words. Yes, your thoughts become your words become your actions, and your actions become your results, aka your life. You won't have any negative thoughts about the idea anymore. It's only gonna be positive, which means if it's only positive, you literally have no choice. The idea, the stratosphere has no choice than to make the plan work out for you. It doesn't have anywhere else to go. You're not thinking of any like negative ideas. This is how everything I touch turns to gold. This is how it works. This is the sauce. So it's gonna work out. It just doesn't have anywhere to go. So that's how you deal with negative thoughts. I'm telling you, you do that, you're gonna see a dramatic change in your life. When I understood this and knew this is what literally gives me the confidence to leave the country for the first time ever with a fucking backpack and a duffel bag with Joey with some money saved up. Keep in mind, we have no source of income right now, and I moved across the world to pursue a career I have no idea about, which I've never done before. Take that in. What I'm talking about fucking works. And Joey and I are gonna figure it out. This is why I wanted to create this series, to give the sauce. This is how young men need to take back the world from the people that currently run it. The world was built by young men. Thomas Jefferson, in his 20s, He was in his fucking 20s. George Washington was a young man. Okay? Alexander the Great was 18 when he started his empire. These people are young. You don't, like, I want to make this, young men have the biggest advantage in the world to them to accomplish whatever they want to, because the responsibility is at the lowest. No wife and no kids. And trust me, I want a wife and I want a boatload of kids. I want a boatload of kids. But when you have those, just logically, you're just going to have less time to focus on your craft if you plan on being a present parent. So, with that being said, that's why these lessons are so important. Because not only, you got to remember, not only are these lessons working for me, they work for Joey. There's two of us. There's proof. My life is proof. And I don't want to sit here and talk about that my life is perfect. No, I definitely have my issues. But when I started this journey where I'm at now, it took a different mindset. It took a different frame of thinking, right? I thought I was going to be rich by being a lineman when I was 18 years old, a trade worker. I thought I was going to be rich. Well, I thought rich was like $250K a year. But now my goal for that, I want to be worth more than $100 million. I want to have 30 million liquid when I'm 30 years old. I'm 22. This stuff, it's not that my goal and your goals have to be the same. But what the point I'm trying to hit on here is that the mindset it takes to achieve these goals are different than the mindsets that we're grown up with. It's different. There's so much more than what we've grown up with, and no one teaches us how to think differently. Because when we do learn how to think differently, people want to push it back. Why you change? We talked about that last video. But guys, this is how it works. This is it. This is it. So, that's going to wrap up the video. Going to come to a conclusion. Let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about? Let's see. You know what? There is something else in my mind. So the best thing about Thailand, well, I don't know if it's the best thing, but it's a thing about Thailand. Honestly, one of the things that probably pisses me off a little bit. So there's a sense of survival when you get here. Joey and I have no warm water. It's only cold. We don't have a warm water heater, whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. It's all cold. So every shower we take is cold. There's no air conditioning besides in our bedroom, so it's hotter than hell in our kitchen and living room. There's bugs everywhere. Our feet have dirt on them from the second we wake up to the second we go to bed. We're never really clean. We're always kind of sweating. And the reason I bring these up is because nature here is clearly completely different. You can see there's kind of like a little forest behind me a little bit. I'll see if I can get it to focus. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. Look at me. Oh, an editor. Like I said, hybrid. So every day when I walk outside, I never know what nature's gonna have in store for us. So today, well, usually there's just a fat ass lizard outside this wall right here. He's just hanging on the wall. Sometimes there's wasps. Sometimes we got a little porch, got stairs to walk up. And on the porch, I'm telling you, there was probably 100,000 bugs dropped dead on our porch. You couldn't see our porch or our patio. You could not see it. It was all bugs. It looked like the little helicopter leaves in Illinois with like little legs in the middle. Had two wings with like little legs in the middle. Had to sweep them out. It took me like 20 minutes. It was heavy. Had to push them out of the way. It was probably like 40 pounds of dead bugs. I'm not exaggerating. It was fucking crazy. And then today, right, I get on my scooter and I look down and I say, wow, that's unusual. There was probably, how long was that? 10 feet? A 15, we'll go 15. A 15-foot long ant trail under my scooter, around the house. It's just stuff that like I would never even like see before. Because I lived in apartments for the last 3 years. I lived in apartments. I grew up in the country. doing whatever, seeing whatever, shooting guns, riding four-wheelers, getting muddy, snowmobiles, you know, all that crazy shit. Then I lived in an apartment in a city for the last 2 years, which was cool, but it's like you missed out on that part of life. So seeing this stuff again is absolutely awesome. It is so sick. This will probably be the only time in my life a downgraded lifestyle will make me happy. Because right now, for where I'm at, it's sick. Because, you know, we're on the come up. We're building the journey. Sometimes you do have to take one step back for 10 steps forward, right? So in the journey, you know, you got to start in the dark to get to the light, right? You got to hit the climax. You know, it's not always, you know, sunshine and rainbow. So it's cool not have warm water. Me and Joey were talking about it yesterday. It's cool to not have really clean water anywhere. Like, yeah, all the food served like plastic bags and shit and the heat. It's awesome though. Laundry, we got like a little clothes rack in our kitchen. No, it's cool. It's definitely sick. I would recommend this to absolutely everybody. If you feel complacent, if you know that if you feel complacent in life, no matter where you're at, I would probably say the best thing you can do is pack your shit and move to another fucking country with some money saved up. That's what I would say. It's a life-changing experience. It's fucking awesome. It really is. And then, let's see if there's any other life. Concussion feels a lot better. I'm feeling a lot better. I don't know when I'll be back at Muay Thai practice, because feeling better and getting punched in the head, you know, probably take a little bit more time to, just take more time. So we'll see about that, but I do plan on training. I do plan on getting some cardio in with Joey this evening. So that'll be a really good indicator, but if I get back in the ring. But first fight should be coming up in probably maybe a little more than a month and a half, I'd say. I feel safe for a month and a half. What me and Joey want to do is fight in the same night. That's what we want to do. So we'll see. We'll see about that, but it's all good. I'm trying to see what else. You know what, guys? That's it. You know, that's it. I'll cut it off here. I don't want to just keep on rambling. But every day, new YouTube. I can't tell you the plans I have for this and how excited I am. And today was a really good one. And I want to express your thoughts really do change your life. They really do. Your relationships, your career, every aspect. It really has. That's how me and Joey are so close. Like, we understand all these. That's how you can team up and plan to take over the world like we are in a righteous way. But seriously, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. But yeah, guys, so that's it. And follow the Instagram at Luke1Story. I do have a backup account. I'll plug it. Big Luke CEO. It's just clips from YouTube. It's just, it's a pretty cool channel. I started it the other day. There's not much on it, but there will be. TikTok is Luke1Story. I just post clips from YouTube, and then the YouTube Shorts, obviously same channel. That's it. Follow Joey at JoeyStory12. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Ho, ho, ho.